Now go, oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. Oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. So this is it. We've reached a fork in the road. It's hard to leave you behind with Hello playing on the radio. There's nothing left to lose when there's nothing left of you. Metaphorically, of course, I hope you know I'm going it alone. You know me all too well, and you use that information to keep bringing me down. Yeah, you're bringing me down, that's why I'm leaving you here. I hope you do as well, but you're just the kind of person I can't stand to be around anymore. Goodbye, au revoir, you get the point now. Go, oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. Oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. The things they know, what you're all about till your true colors show. To have the things you lack, a lot. Cause I won't wait around for you to stab me in the back. Someone to help you chase your dreams, cause no one else is enough it seems. Another city, another state, and here's the truth, let's get it straight. Another world, a different place, I'm saying I don't wanna see your face. You know me all too well, and you use that information to keep bringing me down. Yeah, you're bringing me down, that's why I'm leaving you here. You know me all too well, and you use that information to keep bringing me down. Yeah, you're bringing me down, that's why I'm leaving you here. I hope you do as well, but you're just the kind of person I can't stand to be around anymore. Goodbye, au revoir, you get the point now. Go, oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. I gotta say, I'm not down with how you're acting as of late. I pray it's just a phase. See, I hate the way you make me out to be some kind of fake, and still you're wearing different faces day to day. What should I do? I sure as hell won't leave it up to you. You know me all too well, and you use that information to keep bringing me down. Yeah, you're bringing me down, that's why I'm leaving you here. I hope you do as well, but you're just the kind of person I can't stand to be around anymore. Goodbye, au revoir, you get the point now. Go, oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. Oh, oh, oh. Go, oh, oh, oh. Find somebody else. So this is it. We've reached a fork in the road. It's hard to leave you behind.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Indies? Happy 2019 from me to you and to your families and friends. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday and a fantastic new year so far. Give me a shout in the chat if you guys are here. I would love to hear, see who's here and what's been going on. This is going to be a fun little audit session today for this Indies Live. I'm looking through the comments here. It looks like we've got a few coming through. Oh, it looks like we've got a bunch coming through. Got some audit questions from JF, from Greg, from Tommy, from Greg, from Gay. This is great. Cool. I'm stoked to go over this stuff. Hey, Tommy, what's going on, man? Hey, the Rockin' Krolick, what's going on? Greg, what's up? Greg, how you doing, man? Tommy, what's up? It's good to hear from you guys. Happy 2019. I'm stoked to get into some stuff with you guys here. I've got my coffee ready to go, and we'll dive right in. I'm gonna take a look and see what you guys got going on as far as questions, and see what we can dive right into. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Yeah, there's some really great questions here, and I'm glad you guys are here hanging out with me. I think this will be a fun one. let's dive right in. I'm going to dive into JF's question first. If you guys have any questions or if you need to clarify anything, feel free to drop it in the chat for me here. If anything comes up, or if anybody else is in here and you want to drop a question or drop some links for me to go over and give you guys a quick audit, more than happy to do that. So let's just dig right into it. So JF says, "Hi there, Jack. Hope you're well. I have a video post I want to boost or promote through a video views campaign for a day. Brain farting here regarding my audience. My audience includes a custom audience with the 25, 50, and 95 video views and such. The countries and interest. So my question, will it only present the video to the people within my custom audience that have the interest selected, or is it on top of, i.e. my custom audience plus anyone with the interest in these countries?" Hey JF, good question, man. So when you include a custom audience and you choose an interest, say another band or another artist that's an influence, that will narrow your custom audience down to people in it that are interested in that group or that interest. So it's not adding in cold audiences along with that. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, it's making your custom audience more narrow, more dialed in, specific to the interest that you're looking for. So if you wanted to run to your custom audiences and to some cold audiences, you would need to do that in a separate ad set. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you're in here, if you got a follow-up question or anything like that. But if not, I'm going to go into Greg's question here. And Greg, what's up, man? Greg says, "I'm running my fan finder video locally to fans of all my target audiences and their similar artists. Right now, this is my first step since I have 4 months till my show." Okay, cool. What should my next step be? Should I run another video or focus on getting emails? Here is the first video. Cool. Let me check this out, Greg. I'm going to pull this up. And I'm actually going to share my screen here so that you guys can see what we got going on. Just give me a moment. Get OBS out of the way. And let's check this out. All right, let's see. All right, cool. I got this pulled up. The internet's taking forever around here. All right, cool. Okay, so this is in the group. Okay, cool. So this is your... Cool, Greg. So this is your fan finder video. And this is what you're going to run with first. And you said you were running this to audiences locally. And then following up, this was a second video you were thinking about? Okay, cool. I remember seeing this in the group the other day. Cool, cool, cool. So this is like a live video. Turn up the sound here so I can hear it. Cool. All right, Greg, these look great, man. Definitely an interesting direction to go in since you're a DJ and trying to get people's interest locally. Some thoughts from me. So with so much lead time before your campaign, before your show, you definitely want to work to try and keep those people warmed up. So a second video could definitely be a good way to do that. I wouldn't recommend spending a ton of budget on it. So it might just be like a little bit extra just to bump people in. But if you have an idea in mind to try and get the email opt-in in a way that's related to the show, that could be a really cool way as well. That way you have direct contact from them regarding, and being able to follow up when the show is happening and when you're announcing it and really promoting it hard. So I mean, in terms of the next best step, if you have an idea in mind, like I said, for collecting that opt-in, I don't know if you're running any funnels right now, whether it be to Messenger or email, but if you've got anything that you could run to those people and get their contact info and a way to reach out to them directly about the show, that could be really, really powerful. That way, you're not having to pay to reach them twice, 2 or 3 times about the show through ads. So something to think about there. Let me know. Let me know here in the chat if you had anything like that going on. It's just you have a lot of time, 4 months, a decent amount of time before that show starts happening. Another idea might be to use this video, this second video here, as one of the creative types when you're actually promoting the show. So when you're sending people to the ticket page or the event, the Facebook event, whichever way you're deciding to promote that through your ads, this could be a creative to show what you've got going on at the show. So that's another option as well. So something to think about there. Let me know. I'm looking for your stuff here in the chat. Yeah, let me know what you think. I think with the lead time involved, it's just important to have something going on to keep those people warmed up. And so a secondary video could be a great way to do that, especially for the people who are, maybe they wouldn't be ready for the next step to take the permission step. And you just need something kind of to keep them warmed up. Another thing that you could do also, if we're talking low budget here, is you could run some like a green light warmth boosting campaign with some of the content that you're putting out. It could even include this secondary video and just keep people kind of cycling into your world that way if you're not ready at the point to start promoting the event. So a couple ideas going on there. Let me know what you think. I'm doing green light warmth boost for all Facebook and Instagram posts. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, it's great that you have that going on. I think, then with that in mind, if it would be worthwhile, I think, to at least do a low budget test of trying to get email opt-ins if you've got something going on there that you can collect. I've got some minor DJ things going on until then. Cool. Gotcha. Yeah, let me know if this makes sense. You've got green light warmth going in the meantime, so you're likely hitting these people that way and keeping them warmed up there. If you can collect some email opt-ins and get that direct contact info, that would be sick. If not, you could run this secondary fan finder here, and maybe you could even run it with some copy that dives into a little bit about what the live show is like. You could make it sort of like a telling, emotional kind of post about what you're feeling when you're in the live show. That way, you're kind of priming these people who are seeing your first fan finder locally. You're kind of priming them with the second fan finder to be in on the emotional experience of your show, but not being pitched on the actual event yet. So something to think about there. You could get really creative with that. Let me know if that helps. Those are just a couple ideas I've got going on. Happy to kick around more with you here. But in the meantime, I'm going to check out the next comments down here, see what we got going on. Just refreshing the page. All right, cool. Okay, Tommy said, hey Jack, this isn't exactly an audit, so not sure if you can answer, but I have a few questions. Hey man, no worries, I can answer. There are several offers in the email marketing training that would require different order forms. I am on the Share Funnels plan on ClickFunnels. I already have my standard order form and have also created a discount order form to accommodate a discount offer that I'm making to people as well. With all the other funnel steps in place for my album experience, this pretty much takes up all of my funnel steps. How do you guys recommend dealing with the various order forms needed for different offers in this case? Should we upgrade our ClickFunnels account, or is opening a Shopify store better? Also, in the ClickFunnels scenario, Circa quickly goes through an order form setup saying we need to dynamically update an element for the order form, which I have experimented with, but that element in ClickFunnels doesn't allow them to choose several different products. As in, if there is a list of products, they can click one, but if you click a different one, it doesn't add an additional item. It chooses that item instead of the first item clicked. It also doesn't let you do the international shipping toggle. When you try to utilize the code that we use in the order form in the album launch training, there's an error, and ClickFunnels support doesn't help with the code from CL Pro Tools. Do you guys have a recommendation for an order form? Regarding Shopify, would Shopify Lite work for our needs? Engagement series, when it comes to exposing our bride to new people to sign up to the email list, where do we target those new people? On Facebook using Facebook ads like the album launch? Where do we go to get leads? Cool, good questions, man. That is definitely an interesting scenario with ClickFunnels. I would say, as far as the account goes and being out of pages, yeah, I would say upgrading ClickFunnels at that point would be probably the way to go. Now, regarding the order form, I'm not certain which I'm not sure which element and code you're using to try and make that order form function. It sounds like what you're looking for is more like a shopping cart, kind of experience in ClickFunnels using the order form where people can select multiple products rather than going through like an upsell or something like that. Now, if that's the case, there's probably workarounds to do that kind of thing in ClickFunnels. I've never really messed around with it all that much, building like a shopping cart there in ClickFunnels, just because you can use other software to do that, whether it be Shopify or whatever your store might be. Let me know what you're looking to do, and maybe I can make a better recommendation for you. So just some ideas there. And I can certainly do some digging for you on a better order form or a way to code that if you do want to go the ClickFunnels direction. Regarding Shopify Lite, if it would work for your needs, it kind of depends. I'm not really sure. It depends on your needs. If you're just looking to have some basic functionality where you can install products into like a landing page, where you display a few different products or something like that. It may work. If you're looking for more in-depth functionality, I would say probably just go up to the next plan up. I think it's called the basic plan. Yeah, let me know. I'm going to check the chat here. Greg, no worries, man. I'm glad that was helpful. If you have it, as you're kind of kicking around what I was saying, let me know if you have any other ideas, and feel free to drop them in the group too as you're kind of mulling things over, and we can dive into that some more. I think it's a cool situation to be in that you have so much lead time for that event. So many people don't give themselves that much time, so that's great. Good stuff. Yeah, Tommy, let me know when you have a second. And then regarding the engagement series, when it comes to exposing your bribe to new people to sign up to your list, where do you target those people? You can get traffic for your funnel, for your new bribe at the top of that funnel, really anywhere. If you're doing organic posting on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever you're doing that, you can expose people to it there. And you could certainly use Facebook ads the same way to get leads. Yeah, that's totally cool. We've been doing some experimentation here at the agency, particularly this week. I've been experimenting with a client where we've been getting leads for messenger opt-ins, just similar to Tourbot, and running that through ManyChat as a JSON messenger ad and getting leads that way, and they've been coming in super duper cheap. So if you've got a cool bribe, yeah, definitely run some Facebook ads to it. I think if you're looking to get a bulk of traffic really fast, that's a good way to do it. Otherwise, if you've got an engaged, if you've got a good solid engaged page, you could also sort of test the bribe a little bit with your audience that's organic, and see how they react to it, and kind of test the waters a little bit. before you run paid traffic to it. So that's another consideration that you can make. Let me know if that makes sense. Cool. I'm just going to dig through the comments a little bit here. Tommy, you got it, man. Do you guys recommend the upsell OTO order form for those various email marketing scenarios? It really depends on what you're trying to do, man. If you have a, if you have a, an offer or a product stack that would work well in an upsell one-time offer kind of scenario, where it's increasing in price for an upsell and you can kind of ascend people that way, then that's great. And you can certainly use that sort of funnel structure to sell. Now, if you're looking to just give people some options or bundle similar price things on, you could certainly do it with more of a shopping cart functionality too. It really just depends on what it is you're looking to offer. So yeah, I hope that that's helpful. I know it's not necessarily the most clear-cut answer, but it kind of depends on what you're looking to do. I would love to hear about it, so definitely keep us in the loop. Actually, I'm gonna search through the group. I don't know if you posted anything about this yet, but I would love to hear more about what you got going on, and definitely would love to help out some more. So let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna look here at Greg. Greg said, "Hey Jack, just wanted to get some feedback on this video to see if it would be a good video for Fan Finder, and if not, what changes I could make. Sorry for the YouTube link. I couldn't share the Facebook dark post. No worries, man. Also would love some sound-alike artists if you hear any." Cool. Yeah, let me dig right in. I'm going to pull this over to my screen and share it with y'all. Xanax and whiskey. Cool. All right, let's listen. Cool, Greg. I really dig this video, man. I like the song. I really like your voice. The setting is really cool. Actually, I'm going to reshare my screen here. The setting is really cool. It definitely sets a scene. I like the bottle you got in the background here. A couple recommendations that I would make. I would say, if possible, it might be worth cutting down the intro a little bit and getting right into the singing. Also, if you could potentially get a pattern interrupt of some sort in there, could be really cool. Something that comes to mind immediately that could be a cool pattern interrupt might be just like you slamming the bottle down on the table there and then going right into the song. That could be a cool pattern interrupt to catch people's attention right in that first 3 seconds. But those are the first two things that come to mind as far as recommendations. The audio is cool. It's very candid. Yeah, I think that this video could work really well. Definitely worth testing for sure. And then as far as the sound-alike artist, definitely hear some country vibes in there. I kind of, judging by the lyrical content and the title, I imagine that that's somewhat what you're kind of going for. So definitely would dig into that a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a huge country guy, so I'm not really the authority on giving sound-alike advice here. But some that come to mind might be like Zach Brown Band and an artist like that, moving maybe a little further away from like the bro country of Florida Georgia Line and stuff like that. But then otherwise, something else that comes to mind is it's got sort of a folky element, and it might just have to do with your voice and the sound of your voice. But some audiences that might be cool to test might be like the Avett Brothers. Or Avett Brothers. I don't know how you say their name. That could be cool. Andrew Bird is another one that might be cool to test with this like kind of folky style. And then finally, you might want to try. I'm just picking this off of instinct here, but it could be cool to test Bright Eyes as an interest, kind of like that emo folk thing going on. Could be interesting, just kind of based on the title of the song, Xanax and Whiskey. Got a little bit of sadness going on there. I think that could be an interesting test, not necessarily a sound-alike, but that audience might resonate with the content of the lyrics depending on what your copy is. So that could be cool to test as well. Let me know if that's helpful. I don't know if you're on here or not. I know you said you were originally, but yeah, man, let me know if that's helpful. I really dig the video. Cool setting, like I said. Just a few tweaks there, and I think it'll be off and running. So good stuff. And then Gay said, "Hi Jack, I hope we had a good Christmas and New Year. Thanks so much. I hope you did too. And thanks in advance for any help and advice you can give us. We ran our album launch in September and the online experience in October. We had just 2 or 3 opt-ins from our opt-in campaign and would really appreciate an audit of our material to see where we can improve, as we want to start a new campaign in the spring, hopefully with a much warmer audience. We tried a number of opt-in ads, a keep warm video to warm people up further, and reworked the landing page a number of times. It just got worse and worse." Okay. We stopped the ads halfway through the allotted time as we were in danger of exhausting our audience and our budget. On the other hand, we were also concerned that we might not be leaving the ads running long enough. One of the problems was that clicks did not translate to arrivals to the landing page, and of those that did arrive, only 2 opted in. We're now running the experience as evergreen based on our fan finder campaign and optimization of our Facebook page and website homepage. Opt-in ad links, first landing page, second landing page. If you're interested or think this might be relevant, here are a few other links: fan finder and Facebook page. Cool. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me take a look. Is this Rich on here right now? Let me know. I'd love to dive into this for you guys and see where I can help. I might have some questions for you on your ad stats specifically, if you have them or if you have an idea. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull up my screen here and roll this out to see what you guys have going on. Okay, so first let's check out your fan finder. Oh, cool setting. I dig the tune, and I like the fan finder. That looks really cool. Let's take a look here at your opt-in ads and see what's going on. Oh, cool. Both of you guys are here. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see what we got going on here. So tell me, when you guys have a chance, I'm going to dive into this, but tell me, when you were running your campaign, were you running it as a link clicks campaign or a traffic campaign, or were you running straight to conversions for leads? And let me know, if you can, what were you seeing as far as cost per lead? How much did you spend? And how long on average were you running the ads for? I know you mentioned that you were maybe concerned that you weren't leaving the ads running long enough. So if you could, let me know in the chat, and I'll get some better ideas from that. And then I'll also look at your opt-in ads now, so we can take a look. Oh, okay. It looks like these last couple opt-in ads aren't showing. I don't know if the post had been deleted or something like that. Okay, let's see here. Autumn, just love this season, do you? Cool. Okay, so when you guys get a chance, let me know also, out of these three ads that we can see, these three opt-in ads, which one did you see perform the best as far as your clicks, and what were you seeing? What was your cost per click, and what were you seeing as far as click-through rate? If you can let me know. Some immediate ideas that come to mind might be, first, in this video, what might be helpful would be to get Rich right in the front of the video here, talking to the camera, rather than going with this intro here and the join me October 8th and into the clip of the music video. It might be useful to get Rich talking right at the forefront and say something like, hey, thanks so much for checking out my music. You might have heard this song, show a little clip, or have it going in the background, and then invite people in to get the album for free. I also think that while I like the use of emojis here, I think that you might want to make your headline a little more intentional, specific to the music. Something along the lines of like, I'm releasing my album in a way that no one has before, or autumn is going to be incredible because I'm having a record release in a totally unique way. Something like that. You could go with I'm kicking off Halloween by releasing my record like this, by releasing my record for free. You can get a little more intentional in what you're doing there, because I think you might be losing people at the top of this copy here. Autumn, I love the season, do you? It's beautiful writing, but I don't think that it likely isn't captivating people to continue reading. And you kind of get into here, it's a unique online music experience running up to the album's release where you get the songs for free. That stuff is good. I would try to get that at the top in a way that's a little bit more intentional and creative there. Thanks for watching my videos. I'm glad you liked them and connected with the music. I'm running a special 7-day online event for the launch of my debut album where you can get the songs for free. I think what I would do here is rather than saying like I'm running a special on a 7-day online event, to people seeing the ad, there might be an element of like, oh, I can't invest 7 days into an event. There might be some confusion there in what you're actually offering. So I would hone in on on letting people know that this is the way that they're getting your record, and that it's over the course of 7 days, in a super interactive experience where they get the extra things like the music videos, the lyrics, the stories behind the songs, artworks, daily challenges. So you might be losing people there. So that's just some of my ideas for the ads. Same thing goes for this ad. So let me know what you guys think about that. Hopefully that's helpful. I'm going to check the chat here. Okay, most of the ads were optimized on link click. The last one on landing page views. We left most running for about 3 days, but only had a total of about two opt-ins, and we spent about $60 total. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I've actually seen pretty decent success, comparatively speaking, going straight for conversions in Facebook, which is kind of against conventional wisdom a lot of times, in saying that you want to run link clicks because you're not going to get 50 conversions in a week, and that's what Facebook looks for when it optimizes. But just something, I think that it's something worth testing between, if you're seeing that, especially if you're seeing that you're getting link clicks, but you're not getting landing page views or conversions, you might want to go straight for conversions and try that out. It's good that you were running it for about 3 days. I don't blame you for shutting off after that and not seeing a ton of opt-ins and having spent about $60. So those are some tweak ideas that I had that came to mind. Let me take a look at your opt-in page here. Current landing page, second landing. Okay, first landing page, this was built on ClickFunnels, but when it didn't work, we shut down ClickFunnels and built the same page on our website. So let's see here. Join the ride, an immersive online music experience. Click for your seat. Cool video. Okay, so let me take a look at these other pages and just kind of compare them. Right, I'm going to pull up the third one. This is the current landing page. Okay, out of the three of these, I definitely like the look and the feel of this new landing page that you guys are working at, this new opt-in page. Nice testimonials there at the beginning. So a couple thoughts here. I'm going to look at the mobile optimization and what it looks like. Okay, so you might be losing people a little bit with your mobile optimization here because everything gets pretty small. So that's definitely something to check out. You said that this was built on your website. Let's take a look at this other page to see if there's a difference between the two. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, so this may be throwing people a little bit that they're not able to see or read what's happening here. Let's take a look at this one as well. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit of the same thing going on here. I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone real quick so that you guys can see what it would actually look like on an iPhone. So let's do that real fast. Let's use the current landing page just to make an example out. You are invited. Okay, cool. So this one's looking pretty good mobile responsive wise. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Mobile responsive wise, this one is looking pretty good. It's stacking up nicely, so that's great. You can kind of see what it would look like if we just shrink this. Oops. Okay, for whatever reason, it's not being responsive on my desktop or on my browser here, but it looks okay in mobile, at least from what I can see from my phone right now. So, a couple thoughts on just the user experience of this. One, I just clicked the yes please button, and it took like a few times for me clicking through it for it to scroll on my phone. See, it takes you down here to the opt-in form. That's good. But I think the big thing here is, like I said, I really like the look of this so far. I think people might just be losing the message here. My thought would be basically what I'm seeing here in mobile is I'm getting this first bit, the photo of Richard with the join me inside the music, yes please, and then see, hear, and feel my new album, come on an immersive 7-day online music experience, and then it's kind of cutting off. I would say, if you can, getting in the headline here, rather than join me inside the music being at the top, you might want to tweak this and say, see, hear, and feel my new album for free, and then in the sub headline, in an immersive 7-day online music experience, and get that right in the top header here. And then rather than yes please, you could potentially change the call to action to like let me in or get access now or something like that. And then you can go down here. The look of this is pretty cool. I think the branding is nice. You could maybe make this red pop a little bit more. Thinking outside the box there a little bit as far as just the look and feel of things. Let me just dive into your copy a little bit here. I'd like to invite you. Yeah, I think that there's some good stuff in here. I think that the immediate tweaks, like I said, would probably just be involved in how you're working the headline, and just really having a strong pull to get people interested, and so they know what it's about when they first hit the landing page. And that way if they want access, they can click it right here, and then if they don't, they can scroll down and continue reading. But I think that it's important to let them know what they're getting as close to the top of the page as you can, so that they're seeing it right off the bat. So those would be the tweaks that I would say would be most important in my mind to start working on as you're kind of rebuilding this and refactoring it. I think the same sort of thing would apply to these pages if you decided to work these in as like a split test. Just getting obvious and explicit about what's going on, about what this is, and about how it's your record that they're able to get for free in this experience. So those are kind of my overall thoughts. Let me know if that's helpful for you guys. I'm hoping that is. I'm looking at the chat here to see what you got. Okay, great that you're liking your new landing page. That's very encouraging. Yeah, definitely. That's bizarre. The landing pages were optimized for mobile phone, and the elements should appear under each other, not side by side. Greg said that y'all are the smartest people I know. Thanks, Greg. That's great design advice. Thanks, Jack. No problem. Yeah, I hope that helps. Just a couple ideas there, like I said. I think the most important thing that you guys can do is try to convert those people right when they hit the page, and you want to be, like I said, obvious and explicit about what you're getting at the top of your squeeze page. And if you can make that congruent with your ads, people are going to click the ads and then they're going to convert. I find that that's one of the most important things that you can do when it comes to running traffic to these types of squeeze pages, is really making sure that people who are clicking through the ads thinking that they're getting something reach the landing page, and still there's no disconnect that they all of a sudden think that they're somewhere else or are getting something else. So if you can make that as explicit as possible and as well explained as possible, as quickly as possible, I think that you'll have a lot of success. So I'll be keeping an eye out for you guys as you kind of are refactoring it. Feel free to drop stuff in the Indies group, and I'll keep an eye out for you as I usually like to do after these Indies lives, and I'd be happy to help. But I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions, or if anything specific that I said doesn't make sense, or if you just need something better clarified or something like that. Happy to help. Just drop me a message in the chat. But until then, I'm going to see if there's any more comments going on here, if I can answer anything else for you guys. Cool. It doesn't look like there's any other comments at the moment. So if you guys have any other questions, hit me in the chat. I'll hang for a few more if you do, and I'd be happy to answer them. Or if you guys have any just general questions about anything that you've got going on, I am all ears and happy to help. So let me know. I'm pretty pumped for a big new year. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on here. Definitely excited to show you guys. I hope you've been enjoying the email marketing training. We had a blast putting it together, so I hope it was a fun pre-Christmas present, and that you guys are diving into it and heavily implementing, as I'm sure you are. There's a lot of good stuff in there, so I hope you dig it. I don't see any other comments in here. So if you guys are good, we might call this Indies Live a wrap. Like I said, hit me if you've got any other questions or thoughts or ideas that you think might be cool, but you just need some validation on or some confirmation. I'm happy to be that guy. Oh, Greg said, I'm running my fan finder locally. If I want to turn it back on globally, when do I use lookalike audiences? Hey, Greg, can you clarify a little bit? I'm not sure if I'm following your question. Are you wondering just when is a good time to use lookalike audiences versus like interest-based audiences? If that's the case, once you've got a pool of 1,000 or more people in any, say your 50% or your 75% audience for that video, you could spin out a lookalike audience and start testing it against your cold traffic. And if it performs better, then roll with it. If not, you can always keep running cold traffic, get some more data, and then spin out the lookalike audience and use it then. That way Facebook will have some more data on those people, and it will run better. But let me know if that makes sense, or if that's not the answer you were looking for at all. Happy to help. I'm also pretty stoked. I'm working on some new music of my own, and that's going to be a fun initiative in 2019. So I'm pretty pumped about that. What's the best way to contact you, Jack? If we have another question, hey, drop if you have another question, drop them in the Indies group, and I'll keep an eye out for them there. And if you need me again, feel free to hop on another Indies Live. You can also always book an Indie Pro consult right in here in your Indie Pro dashboard. If you have like a specific something that you want to go over, you can book a consult, and that will either be with me or one of the other members of the team. So that's probably the best way to get in touch. Greg said, so I run them both. Yeah, man, you can run them both and test against each other. You can test your cold audiences against your cold interest audiences against that lookalike audience, and run it for a couple days. If you get better performance on the lookalike, then you could scale it up if you want, or you could just kind of let it run in the background. Depends how much budget you're looking to spend, but yeah, you could even just run it alongside your top performers with them, and kind of let it go. JF, with regards to either boosting a post or creating a video views campaign, since both are set with video views objectives, can I expect the same result? JF, I'm thinking that you're wondering about using the boost button on Facebook. I'm thinking. To specify, it would be with a single audience ad set. Boosting a poster I would just go with creating a video views campaign. It'll just give you more flexibility in terms of your targeting, and if you want to make tweaks to things later, I would just do it that way. I know that the boost button is tempting, and that it's cool that you can do that, but if you were setting one with the video views objective, I would say just go into the ads manager and build yourself out a video views campaign. It'll just give you more flexibility, in my opinion. I think that's what I would do. I don't know if you could necessarily expect the same result. I would say likely yes, but I've never tested between doing that. But yeah, I would say set it up in the ads manager, just to make sure that you've got all the flexibility that you could possibly want. So I hope that helps. Yeah, that boost button is tempting. You have no idea how many people say to me like, oh, I get little notifications from Facebook saying that my post is performing well and that I should boost it. And I was like, yeah, that's because Facebook wants your money. But yeah, I would say drop into the ads manager and go with that, JF. Hopefully that helps you, man. Yeah, no problem. Cool. If you guys have any other questions, drop them here. If not, we'll call this a wrap, and I'll be keeping my eye out for you guys and what you got going on. I really appreciate you hopping in and sharing your journey with me. It's always super fun to see what all the super awesome indies are doing. So many times you guys are doing even sicker stuff than I am. So it's just amazing. I love to see it. Dallas says, hey Jack, do you have any good resources for OBS? I can't get it to show on Facebook for the life of me. Looks good on OBS, but never on the preview screen. Huh. That's interesting, Dallas. I haven't had that experience with it. I imagine you're saying for doing Facebook Lives. I'm not sure on resources to help with that. There may be some posts in the Indies group where people have come across similar issues. The only thing I can think of is just to double check your settings and make sure that everything is set up right in the back end of OBS. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not super sure. I would have to kind of see what you had going on. Walk me through what you've tried so far. Maybe I can offer some suggestions. I'm doing a quick troubleshooting search here for you, seeing if I can find anything. Hey Dallas, I'm going to drop two threads in the chat here for you that might be helpful from the OBS forums, that might be helpful with your specific problem. You may have come across these before, but they might help you out. I hope that they do. But yeah, definitely search the Indies group. Someone else may have had a similar problem to what you have going on, but let me know if this helps. Settings looks good. Change the bitrate and resolution a different time. Maybe just need a better video card. I'm using an Acer laptop with Droid Cam to use the phone's camera. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at this thread that I just sent your way. Yeah, other than that, check these out. Hopefully they might give you some semblance of help. I don't know about the video card issue. If you've had issues with video before, yeah, Greg, there has been a lot of OBS talk recently in the group. So you may find the answer to your question in there. Definitely dig around, Dallas. Hopefully some of the indies have had a similar issue and worked through it. But yeah, let me know if those threads are any bit helpful, and feel free to drop your question in the group as well. Maybe somebody can help you out. Other than that, Gay said we spent a lot of time trying to work out why. Oh, a higher message here. With our ads, probably around half of people didn't wait for the landing page to load. We spent a lot of time trying to work out why, but presumably optimizing for conversions should solve that problem. So optimizing for conversions may help. I would definitely check into your page load speed. That may have to do with where you're hosting your landing pages there. I know you said you were using ClickFunnels, and usually that's an okay bet. I think you're hosting you've got your landing page on your website now, which is on Wix. That could have something to do with it, depending on how long it's taking the page to load. So that's something to look into as you're kind of refactoring things as well. So yeah, definitely take a look into that. Dallas, no problem. I hope that it helps. Sorry that I couldn't give you a more clear-cut solution, but I do hope that you can work it out so that you can get going lives. I'm going to double check the comments one more time here. All right. Yeah, it looks like that's all we got going on for today. Cool. Well, if that's all the questions you guys got, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Like I said, I love hearing what you guys are working on, and love to help where I can. And drop anything in the Indies group. Definitely engage with folks in there. Everybody's doing some really, really cool stuff. I love to see it. And we'll catch you guys next week for another Indies Live. Feel free to hop on. It's just been growing and growing and growing every week. And I love coming back in here and having more people to talk to and hang out with. So definitely come back on and keep us in the loop with what you guys are working on. We love to hear it. It's super inspiring for us week to week just to watch what everybody's doing and watch your success and kind of be the helping hand along the way where we can. So I will catch you guys later. Happy New Year again, and hopefully this was helpful and gets you guys on the right track for the rest of the week. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.